Shock Monkey Radio is created by adults for entertainment purposes. The views and opinions expressed here do not reflect the sponsors or FXPG Public Radio. For additional information, refer to the U.S. Bill of Rights. Stand warned.
Okay, let's go to this next story. Woke CIA recruitment video riles up social media. Truly embarrassing for our entire country, a quote. A new CIA recruitment video sparked a fierce online reaction Monday for being what critics label full of woke propaganda. The 2-minute video features a 36-year-old Latina CIA agent who describes herself as intersectional, cisgender, and millennial. The officer tells viewers that she used to suffer from imposter syndrome. She has embraced herself unapologetically because she refuses to internalize misguided patriarchal ideas of what a woman can or should be. Quote, in 2019, we started our ongoing social media series, The Humans of CIA. Are there other types of, anyway, the aliens of CIA, or the dogs of the CIA, where we share stories of real officers and their roles in advancing the agency's national security mission. Our goal is to humanize CIA through our Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook accounts so followers can see themselves, hear, and apply. A spokesperson told Fox News on Tuesday. That's today. Former CIA officer Brian Dean Wright took issue with the video, tweeting, "The CIA used to be about mission to country. I speak from experience," parenthetically. Now, excuse me. Now it's about demanding and getting accommodation to fix an emotional wound and advance a personal agenda. America is less safe with this new CIA and dangerously more political. Quote, "This CIA recruitment video is a joke and truly embarrassing for our entire country." The View co-host Meghan McCain agreed. "China, Russia, and our enemies are laughing at us, and they sure are. They've been laughing their heads off over the last couple of years because you people have lost your minds. Now it's more important for the CIA to be woke, instead of doing their jobs, which is spying." Anyway, quote, "The CIA just released a recruitment video full of woke propaganda and America's enemies are laughing their heads off at CIA," Dinesh D'Souza reiterated. It's a bunch of people's tweets about it, how horrible it is. Fox News contributor Rachel Campos Duffy noted that an unnamed agent appears to list all her identities, intersectional, cisgender, millennial woman of color with anxiety disorder, except American. God help us, she wrote. Political commentator Liz Wheeler tweeted, "Watch this insane CIA recruitment video and tell me the CIA isn't a woke swamp culture, capable and willing to weaponize their power to target their political opponents, conservatives." Director and producer Robbie Starbuck also weighed in. Quote, "This is a real video released by the CIA," he wrote in alongside the clip. "Every institution is being destroyed by the woke left. If we don't stop this, the U.S. will fall. I bet instead of waterboarding, they'll unleash real torture on terrorists, listening to progressives talk for hours about every social issue." Reminds me of a joke one guy told me. He said, "You know what you do?" This was when the war in Iraq was going on. "You know what we do with Iraq?" Right before the war in Iraq. "You know what we do with Iraq is you take all our welfare recipients and you send them to Iraq. Watch their economy crumble." Where's my welfare check? Glenn Greenwald, who among others was awarded a Pulitzer for his reporting about the government surveillance programs, tweeted, "Lots of people who pay no attention to the CIA and the security state seem to think the CIA video is the first time they've promoted, endorsed, or embraced woke ideology. They've been doing it for years. I wrote about it back in 2015. Biden is turning every U.S. institution into an embarrassing freak show." Daily Wire reporter Ryan Saavedra, "The world is laughing at us." The controversial video begins with the agent walking in slow motion before telling viewers, "I am intersectional, but my existence is not a box-checking exercise." I think that's exactly what this video is, a box-checking exercise. I am a walking declaration, a woman whose inflection does not rise at the end of her sentences, suggesting that a question has been asked." Does that make me a woman? Quote, "I could change a diaper in one hand and console a crying toddler in the other." Oh, that has a lot to do with being a spy. Quote, "I earned my way in and I earned my way up the ranks," the agent declares, adding that she is tired of feeling like I am supposed to apologize for the space I occupy. That's all in your head. I don't know who is making you feel that way. Because I don't think people do that in America. That's not how it works. That's all going on in your head. All right. Golly. Yeah, so Russia, China, our enemies are laughing their heads off. I think like China is like they're outlawing like feminism. They got a program in place to increase their masculinity. They're gonna out testosterone us, okay? Because you got a bunch of soy boys out there joining the military now, join the CIA and stuff like that. And everything has to be woke and intersectional and all this nonsense. Gavin McGinnis frequently says, fuck the police's boss, and it's the same way with the military. Fuck the military's boss. All right. I have absolute respect for every single enlisted person in the U.S. military because I really hate the class structure of the military. I don't like the difference between officers and enlisted. I think that the military should be more like Starship Troopers, where you become a lieutenant after you're like a top sergeant. Then you become an officer. I think that's how it should be. I don't think just because you went to college for 4 years, you should automatically be saluted by everyone who didn't. I find that ridiculous. And so when it comes to, and then you can talk about the military these days is being run by the officers who all went to college, who got all this critical race theory training, all this liberal nonsense stuffed into their heads instead of an actual education. And so they're the ones who are making policy. Those are the people who make policy for the military. And you see the military even getting into some of this woke nonsense going on in there. God help them if they ever have to face combat again. God help them. I mean, granted, don't get me wrong, there's real soldiers, all right? There's real soldiers and sailors and stuff like that who take care of the real business of putting lead on target, all right? We still have some of those. America's big enough that we can't weed them all out. But the problem is like, fuck the police's boss, fuck the military's boss. And I'm saying, screw those people who try to make policy based upon these, liberal concepts that, just because the color of my skin has given me some sort of advantage and I get money falling out of the sky just because I'm a white guy.